Hey everybody, welcome back. So I got some exciting stuff to show you guys today. It's kind of like a bunch of different stuff. But first of all, I wanted to give you guys an update on one of my last videos. I showed you guys, I opened up one of the 1990s Green Lantern figure that came in the package, but the bubble was removed from the card back. And I was like, oh, dude, was that the description? Was that how it was supposed to come? Apparently I looked at the description. It did say that the bubble was detached from the card back, but I was able to fix it. So let me show you that. So all I did was, I took a glue stick and I went around the entire area on the card back where the bubble was supposed to be attached. And then I took the bubble and I did the same thing. So I took the glue stick to the whole edge of the bubble. And voila! The thing is basically like brand new. You can't even tell that it was ever off of the card back in the first place. Like I lined it up perfectly. I just, the glue was still wet. And I just took my time and made sure it was meticulous and lined it all up perfectly. And here I go. Brand new Green Lantern figure on the card. Looks great. I'm super excited. Got it for cheap. So, yeah, even better, right? All right, so let's move on here. Also, before we get to the end of this, I have a mail call I want to show you. This mail call I'm super excited about. And we're also going to do an unpackaging of something that I picked up at the comic store that I'm super excited to see out of the packaging. I'm going to put it on the little rotator thing. It's got the light on it because I think that'll do it a lot of justice. But let's show you, I got some new comic books recently. Actually, the last couple of years I haven't been really into the comic scene, and I missed the last couple of years of the Green Lantern comic books. But I was able to pick up just this last year's. So just basically from now until probably last year March is Green Lantern comic books. Let's show you those. Oh, actually, there's a new Black Cat issue that came out, so I picked that up. So that's pretty cool. New Black Cat. She's got her kitties. That's pretty cool. She's got white cats too. That's pretty awesome. What else is in the background there? Looks like they're sitting on money bags. So it's money bags, black and white kitties. And I discovered in this book too that there's a basically an alternate Black Cat character in the Spider-Verse now, and she's basically the same thing except for her costume is white with black trim and she has blonde hair. She still has a black mask though, but I thought that was pretty cool that they have kind of her counterpart now in the comic books. But I picked up these ones. These ones are more recent than not. This Green Lantern Future State. So this is Green Lantern Future State #1. I think this was, I don't know when this was released. Somewhere in the last couple months, though. And then this is Green Lantern Future State #2. That was cool, though. Pretty cool color scheme. There he's laying with one of the Guardians in a graveyard full of who knows what. I haven't been able to read these yet, so we'll see how that is. And then I found these. There's a series out right now called Green Lantern Season 2. I'm not quite sure what the make of that is. But I don't have #1, and I missed probably a couple other ones. But I have the more recent one that just came out. But yeah, so this is #2. Found that. Pretty cool cover. Kind of a crazy-looking vulture character. A Green Lantern suit stuck in there in jail. And here was #2. Pretty cool cover art. Him in his flight suit. Mr. Hal Jordan himself. #4. This weird-looking big baby thing. And him apparently facing off against the Flash for whatever reason. And here's #5. Looks like he's fighting against a kind of Superman type of people. #6, kind of creepy looking with some of the Green Lantern Corps there. And he's on some sort of medical thing, kind of getting beat up. This one's pretty cool because it looks like the old school comic art. #9. I thought that was pretty awesome, the old comic book art. And #10, it's pretty cool. It looks like there's an alternate universe Green Lantern and Star Sapphire that he's going to be facing off against. And #11, looks like some sort of crazy pirate Green Lantern. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to get into the series and see what it's all about. And here's #12, kind of everything looked kind of dark and dismal. And then I probably showed you more recently, I got the, I don't know, whatever one came out last month I got of this series. Not quite sure where they're at on that. And then a new Spider-Man came out. And here's Spider-Man again in his basically viral suit. It's like basically like, whenever he's wearing the suit, like people can tune in and see whatever he's doing. And they can like, put likes and like have him like say different things. And a suit like projects different sayings and whatever else. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. And then I picked up King in Black Scream issue just because I'm kind of interested in this or that of what's going on in some of the side stories of King in Black. I'm not picking up all of them. But just the ones that are related, like Symbiote. And I missed the new Symbiote Spider-Man issue, so I'm going to have to go find that somewhere. But there's a new Spider-Man symbiote, black suit Spider-Man symbiote. whatever, King of Black series. And that issue came out yesterday, and I missed that. So I'm going to find that. All right, let's move on. Oh, yeah. Here's another cool thing for you Baby Yoda fans. You got the brand new Lego Mandalorian set where they're with the Tusken Raiders. It's what is it? Trouble on Tatooine. So basically, you get the Mandalorian with the speeder bike and the Baby Yoda and a Tusken Raider, a little Tusken Raider hut, and the crossbow that they use when they're basically going to fight the big crate dragon. So there's that. A little closer look. I'm not sure if I'm not going to open this one up yet. I'm going to kind of wait, because I haven't even opened up my Lego Razor Crest yet. I'm just kind of waiting till we have more space. Hopefully, we get a bigger place here eventually, maybe like a year or so. And I'll save this till we do that, and I can actually display it somewhere without having to put it away immediately. So just kind of keep it fresh and packaged just for now. But this bad boy, I'm super excited to show you. This I just saw randomly was at the comic store, just sitting on one of the shelves. And I just had to get it just because it was so awesome looking. It is the Green Lantern Batman. And the story behind this Green Lantern Batman is, it says there on the back, it says, the Bruce Wayne of Earth 32 was traumatized the night his parents died in front of him in Crime Alley. In his anger, he was found by a Green Lantern power ring, which had detected in him the ability to overcome great fear, and he was chosen as its new bearer. Bypassing the ring's safeties through sheer force of will, Bruce killed the man responsible for his parents' deaths and began a long, bloody campaign against the criminal elements of Gotham City. When his world began to die, he was recruited by the Batman Who Laughs for an invasion of the positive multiverse. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. So it's basically a cross between Batman and the Green Lantern. And he's got some really cool details with the power ring and some pretty cool stuff on the bottom. Actually, I'm going to take this out of the package for you guys. Well, here's a quick pic of the back. So that's basically what it breaks down to look like. But I'm going to take this out of the package, and I want to put it on the on my rotating disc with the lights, because I think if you put a light on the bottom, it should light up what all the Green Lantern projection that's underneath him, which is actually just a bunch of bats, which is pretty cool. So let's see here how easily I can get into this without jacking it up, without stabbing myself, because that would be some real entertainment for you guys, right? Stab myself to crap with it. Let's get in here. I'm not too worried about reselling this bad boy because it's awesome and I want to keep it. And I love the Green Lantern. And I like Batman all right, but I like it especially when he's a Green Lantern. Because actually, if you look at one of my old videos where I go through all the DC figures, I have Green Lantern with a Sinestro Corpse ring. So he's like part Batman with the Sinestro Corpse ring. So it's a Batman figure, and he's got the, kind of Sinestro Corpse, and he's got the yellow ring, and it comes with a cool, projected batarang. Alright, let's get into this bad boy. Oh, yeah, sweet. So the bottom is clear. And, come on, Batman, Green Lantern. Oh, there's a little bit of tape here. Ooh, get off the tape, get off the tape, get off the tape. Ooh, let's look at this. Come on. Jack the package too. Yeah, look at that. Look at that thing. That's amazing. The details on it. Even this cool belt buckle. I like how they made the belt buckle look like it's almost lighting up. It's just kind of got that pure white with the kind of neon green around it. So it looks like it's all lit up. He's got these crazy tubes kind of going into him. But yeah, Green Lantern Batman. And look at the bats on this thing. That's pretty cool here. If you wait to the end, then I'll show you what it looks like on the spinny light up disc thing. So you can kind of see that. But that's awesome. I love this thing. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. But yeah, let's do the mail call. I'm kind of nervous to see what I got here because I won this on an auction on eBay. And it didn't exactly show you the entire quality of how these comic books were. I couldn't tell the exact condition of them by this auction, but if I am correct, I basically got a really good deal on a really couple good valuable comic books. Basically what I paid for this auction was just one of these comic books is worth double what I paid on this auction, or maybe even triple, depending on how good a condition it is. Because in decent condition, this book I've seen up for $500, but in really crappy condition, it's only $100. But even so, even if it is in really crappy condition, which I'm hoping it's not, I still paid way less than it's worth. Okay, I guess I didn't cut into this thing enough. Come on, come on. Let's get her done. Come on, cross your fingers. I'm crossing my fingers that this is in amazing shape. Because I'm going to be super sad if like the cover's all jacked up. But what it looked like, the auction, it was just like, I showed you one complete cover, and then the other 3 covers were like half of the cover. So they're kind of like overlapping each other. And I saw the most valuable one was kind of like, third one back, so you couldn't see the whole thing. Oh, come on. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Come on, be in great shape. Because I will be super stoked if this thing is just the cover even. If just the cover is great, I'll be happy because, when you're displaying stuff like this, that's all that really matters. So these are Silver Age comic books from 1960s. I believe this is 1962. And this is the original run of Green Lantern comic books. So the original times you got to see Hal Jordan. So Hal Jordan, what was it? I forget right now offhand just because I'm doing this. But yeah, so Hal Jordan came out in '61. And these are actually beautiful. See, I'm super happy because it's not as bad as it could be. And I'm going to leave you guys in suspense here for a second while I kind of put these in order and take a closer look. But yeah, Green Lantern comic books from 1960s, and they are looking pretty good for what they are. So here's Green Lantern, the original Green Lantern Hal Jordan series, number 12. So you can tell how old that is from number 12, and they're only 12 cents. The comic books were only 12 cents back then. So this one is actually in pretty good shape. I'm not terribly disappointed. It looks like the cover's still attached and everything else. And hey, that's kind of what matters, as long as the cover's still going on. And here's number 14. And it looks like he's, first appearance of Sonar. So if you're familiar with DC Comics and Sonar, this, Green Lantern number 14, first appearance of Sonar. And not too bad a shape. I mean, it could be better, but it could be worse. Looks like the cover's kind of coming off of this one a little bit. But, hey, I didn't pay a crazy ton of it. And as far as, me collecting these things, I don't really care about the condition so much just because I'm not trying to spend an arm and a leg on these things. So the cheaper I can get them, the better. But this is the one I'm really excited about. This is the one I was really looking for. And I even bid on a few, and it went for like crazy more than I was willing to spend. And I even offered a guy a certain amount of money for this particular issue, and he declined me. And I got this thing for way cheaper than that, and it's in better condition than that stupid book that he had. This is Green Lantern number 16. This is the first appearance of the Star Sapphire. And I think I showed you guys when I did a video a long time ago talking about, going to the Comic-Con and getting an original drawing from the artist of the Green Lantern during the Blackest Night. And he did me a drawing of Green Lantern and the Star Sapphire. So I'm going to set this thing up with that drawing and together and put it in kind of a shadow box. And I'm super excited to set that up. So that'll be pretty awesome. And I just love the whole story of the Green Lantern, the Star Sapphire, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. I'm actually going to have to get like an omnibus edition of all these comic books, so I don't have to open them up and read them directly. But, we'll save that for another day. And then lastly but not leastly, we got Green Lantern number 18. And this is a Sinestro issue. I think this is maybe the third or fourth appearance of Sinestro, and maybe the second or third cover appearance of Sinestro. I think the first appearance of Sinestro is like issue number 9, and then the second cover appearance, number 6, or maybe it was 7. And then the first cover appearance was issue 9. I'm not sure altogether, but pretty excited to get these. It's not in terrible shape, and it's definitely worth what I spent. I definitely got a really good deal on this. I guess let me give a shout out to the company that I bought these from, just so you could go on there. Go on eBay and check out. It's J&S Comics. So if you're on eBay, then you can look up J&S Comics. That's where I got this from, and I got a really good deal. So look out for good deals through them. Let's set up that Green Lantern Batman here, and then see what it looks like all lit up from the bottom. That'll be sweet. All right, so here is the Green Lantern Batman, all lit up in all of its glory. Look at that. That's super cool how the bottom lights up like that. you know, all translucent like. So I'm gonna have to probably set up a cool light once I have it like on display. I'll have to set up a cool light to like shine from underneath it, just so you can kind of get the full effect when you're looking at my display. But yeah, that's just a thing of beauty. Super excited I picked this up. And yeah, I love how his face looks. He's just kind of got almost kind of looks like the Mole Man, is like how his eye mask is, kind of grimace. So I think maybe this Green Lantern might be a bad guy, or bad guy Batman. Well, he's definitely out there killing the baddies at least. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.